Folks, B59 here, and back with our Piasa Transport playthrough of Transport Fever 2. And last time, we created this train line. This train line, it's hard to believe, but yes, a train line that brought oil from this Oklahoma City oil well to the Tulsa oil refinery, and then shipped it off on barges to New Orleans, which turned it into fuel refinery and sent it or back into fuel at the fuel refinery, comes back on the barge to Oklahoma City, or rather here to the Tulsa refinery, gets on the train, and then gets dropped off here at Oklahoma City. So it's a nice, tidy, self-contained sort of line. And since we had this train line in anyway, we went ahead and added a passenger line to bring more people from Oklahoma City to Tulsa, where they can capture, or where they can get on the ferry at the Tulsa Harbor and go down the Arkansas River. So that's where we left it at the end of our last episode. Today we're going to expand upon this region and try to close it out and fulfill the needs of these regional cities. And to do that, we are going to extend our train line down here to Joplin. And what we can do here is we can pick up grain and take it over here to the food processing facility in Oklahoma City. And then that will supply food in Tulsa, Joplin, and critically, we can put it on a boat here and send it down to Fort Smith, because no trains are allowed unless they are there in support of a river transport line. The other thing that we can do is, in between episodes, I did hook up this quarry to this material plant in Joplin as well, and we can take bricks from here and ship them to Tulsa, and also get them on this wharf to go down to Fort Smith as well. So that's what we're going to do this episode. We're going to work on this, and then we're going to do one more thing before we get started. And that is it's going to be part of what we're going to be able to accomplish with our new line today. So maybe we'll wait until we get that hooked up before we go back and make the change to the barge line, because what we're going to do is our barge line that runs between here and New Orleans, between Tulsa and New Orleans, we're also going to have it stop in Vicksburg on the way back and pick up some tools to go with the fuel it already has on board, and then we'll be shipping that to Oklahoma City as well. So when this is all done, our Arkansas River system will be pretty much complete. I'm not sure we're going to get all of it done today, but that's the goal. So what do we need to do first? Well, one thing that I think we need to do is, we have 3 tracks here, and this outer one is for the oil line, the middle one is for another cargo line, and that's the one we're going to build out today, and this one out here is for the passenger line. I didn't really think this all the way through when I set this line up, but I really do want to maintain the dedicated nature of those lines. And so I don't want the other cargo line that's going to be carrying grain and bricks and tools and all kinds of stuff. I don't want to send it into to this cargo dock over here. I would prefer that it have its own dedicated one, and I didn't build this into this station or the others that I should have done back when we set the stations up. So that's the first thing that we're going to do today. And I'm going to put everything on pause so that because I know this is going to screw everything up, and I might as well let everything take its time while we're doing that. Let's see. What we're going to need to do is get rid of this platform, and then get rid of this set of tracks. And then we will put another platform in here. Although I think we're going to need this to be a little bigger. So let's come out here. And we take that out. How far can we? Now the other thing is, we'll probably have to take these out to extend that. But let's take a peek here. So if we put our cargo platforms in, have one here, there, there. I would really like to extend it out to here, but it's not letting me because of the blockage from this curved track. So we'll take this out as well. I think we're going to need a bigger cargo train than I had originally envisioned here. So we'll just bring all of this out. I don't think we need another cargo platform here because most of what's going to happen here is everything's going to be being dropped off. The only thing that's going to be picked up is the completed food. Okay, now then, can we get... Yeah, I think we're going to have to do some major rework here to get this coming in at the right angle. But hopefully this will do it. Yeah, that looks just fine. And the other end, we're going to have to go back a little farther. And I'm going to say even further yet. Okay, that should be plenty. Although, you know what? I think I'm going to end up taking out all of this track. These two tracks I'm going to take all the way back. And we're going to redraw them. We're going to redraw them after we get this back in. This other track I think we can put in from here. Let's see, what is that going to look like? It looks fine. All right, and then we will also reconfigure this station. The Tulsa Refinery Station, and we will, let's see, we're going to take out this. Oh, we're auto-saving. That's convenient. What we're going to do is we're going to take out these two outer tracks again, and we're going to put another cargo platform over here. We can't really share this platform, even though it's not because it's going to be full of goods. It's just really that it's going to be, it needs to be connected on this side, and so we can't run another set of tracks down that way. And so, oops, a little sloppy there. Okay, that looks good. And now let's put our tracks in and our new platform. Collision, so I think we're going to have to do a little bit more deletion out here. Wonder if that'll be enough. You know what, we're going to have to go back farther anyway, because we're going to end up redrawing all of this. Okay, so let's get back into this. We want to put a set of platforms all the way up this side of the station. And then we need two sets of tracks coming down this way. Okay, good. And now we can connect let's first of all just connect up these two lines. They're now going to be completely separate from the oil line. But they're going to look like they belonged. Okay, that's just fine. Now for the tricky bit, and I'm probably going to have to push this train back a bit further. Oh, it's not wanting me to, doesn't want to let me take that out. I wonder what would happen if I tried to put track in from here to there. It'll do it. Let's see what it looks like. Let's get it in. It's pretty slow, but we're coming off that bridge and coming into a station. So it's going to be slow anyway. And the good news from doing it this way is that we don't have to redo this bridge. At least not yet. Ha! We shall see. Maybe after we reconfigure here, we may change our mind. We may have to redo the bridge anyway. So let's go ahead and get that set up and figure out what we're going to have to do there. So again, over here, it's not the ideal situation because again, we've got our cargo lines on the inside. So we're going to have to take out both of these tracks again. Yeah, I keep forgetting to hold down the mouse key. And then can we get our platforms in? So we need a cargo platform here. Collision. Collision. All right. That's probably enough to avoid the collision, but probably not enough to make it possible for us to hook all this back up again. Okay, and now we need to get 2 sets of tracks on this side. And passenger platform over here as well. And just to create the illusion that there's a walk through here, we'll put passageway so that passengers can get from the building over there to this walk. Yeah, this does not look good. I think we're gonna have to draw a new bridge. It doesn't want to let us do that without taking out this other bit. So what happens now? Can we do it now? I think what we're going to do is we're just going to build a separate bridge. And we may lose our existing bridge. It may not work anymore. Oh, it wants to do that. That is absolutely hideous. Will that work? Oh no, because now it'll block that. Well, you know what? Let's take this out too. Because that was butt ugly is what it was. And let's go back now to our track. And I guess we're just going to have 2 bridges. And that's all there is to it. So there's one side. And there's the other side. Now, can we hook that road up again, or is that just hopeless? I mean, it's kind of looking hopeless. Like it's like you're kidding, right? Not doing that. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to have to change this road to the extent we even care about this stinking road. Um, and it has been getting some use, so I guess we care about it a little bit. But it really doesn't do us any particular good. And I'm going to bring it up a little. I think what we're probably going to end up wanting to do here is maybe bridge. Well, let's see. You know what? We don't even need that road to go down that side, do we? Let's just come back to here. What I'd like to have it do is just kind of be up at the level of the land. And then I think we can just bang it right in over here. You know, if we get it off the edge here. Can actually even connect to the city right there. Okay, so we've built a competing city connection. And we'll see how many people actually use it. Okay, so now I would imagine that all of this complaining is due to terminal issues resulting from the changes that we've done here. So our passenger line, what does it look like? Yeah, it's not happy. It says no connection, no can do. So let's see. Here at Tulsa Annex. Aha, it's not even. Yeah, when we destroyed that, it must have just said that the Tulsa Annex doesn't exist anymore and didn't replace it with this new one. So how about that? Perfect, fixed. Okay, now what's also broken is our oil shunt. Okay, terminal issue here too. Let's see, we switched up its terminal here. Let's see. Oops, meant to hit the terminals. We want it on 2. Okay, that fixed it. Okay, no more game complaining. That's pretty deep. We'll have to come in at some point and clean these up, make them pretty. But, you know, this looks okay. It's a little bit excessive, but it looks okay. So, stage 2. Stage 2 is putting in a new train station down here to service the Joplin quarry and farm. And I am hopeful that we can get one in that will connect. I mean, we'll probably be able to force it one way or the other. But I'd like to get one in that will connect both of these industries. We're going to make it 240 because I think this could be long. And do we want to... It will connect both. Do we want to start? We could actually start with a passenger one here. And just add on our... How does that look? That looks pretty good, pointing in the right direction. Okay. And let's see, we need to configure this line for this station to have another platform and tracks. So the tracks will go here. The platforms will go here. This is going to be a crazy ass line. You're going to be amazed. I started adding up all the different things we'd want to put down there. And I thought, oh Lord, it's going to be nuts. So can we get a little cargo building down here too? Pretty decent looking one maybe. Like it means business. Because this is going to actually run a huge amount of stuff through here. And then that looks good. Let's get our tracks in. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can't do it that way. I messed up because now I've once again switched the sides I want my passenger and cargo stations on. Oh, wait. I meant to hit delete. So let's just take this out and put it on the other side. Not that big a deal. I like holding down the mouse key and doing this, but I get a little errant hits sometime. Take out things that were not intended. Okay, let's get the tracks in on this side. And the platform in as well. Yeah, it's going to have to be a pretty long train to haul all the grain in particular. Yeah. Okay, now let's get our tracks in. And we will start with the cargo track. And let's see, coming in on the right one. How does that look crossing the road? Not too bad. Then coming back this way. Nice and flat. That looks great. So we'll go ahead and accept that. And then snap this one in next to it. And this is our passenger train. And maybe what we'll do is might as well start by getting our passenger train extended. So that means we're going to want to have a bus line coming up here. And let's see. We've got some choices here. It'd be nice if we could kind of come down one side and then up the other. And we could probably make that work. Just kind of come into the middle of here and putting a street in. Okay. Oh, well, let's oh, we're auto saving. So yeah, what we're gonna do is if I could put kind of a, although in some ways I'd almost like it to come down over here. Yeah. Like if we I don't want to be too precious about this. Let's just get this in like this. And I think at this point I'm going to go a little curved. Oh, maybe more like this because I want to catch it on the other side of the station. Like right there. And then this fella here, I'm going to Bring her back, redraw this to be more parallel. And then what I'll do is I will drop in a bus stop here, and then one here. Yeah, see, this is where I should have done it here. Well, we'll leave that road in. Maybe the AI will do something with it. But we will create a line that looks like this. And it will be purple. And I think what I really wanted was it to come over this way more. Maybe we'll figure out how to do that in a sec. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and name this. It is bus Joplin train. Okay. And can we just get a little bit? How about like this? That's something. And now when we look at this line, that'll be fine. Now, the other thing we need to do is get in here a cargo station. And it needs, let's see. We actually need two things going on here. We need a cargo station here to take the grain to the train station. We can go off pause here. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and I'm kind of excited. I want to extend our we'll get two at first. I want to extend our train so we can come up here to this passenger train between Oklahoma and City and Tulsa, manage the line, and after we leave the Tulsa Annex, we want to go down to Joplin, and we want to go back through the Tulsa Annex again. And we've now added a whole bunch of new passengers to go to into Tulsa to catch the ferry, because that's what they do. Okay, our cargo station here. Let's just get a one-sided cargo station. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can go right here. And then a drop off here for the train station. And then a new line from here to here, carrying grain. And we will load grain at the farm, and we will unload grain at the train station. So we'll name this Joplin Farm. And we'll name this Joplin Warehouse Train Drop Off. And we'll name the line Grain Trucks Joplin. And then we'll get probably a bunch of vehicles on this line. Let's see, how many will we need? Let's start with one and get it on our grain trucks in Joplin. Not to be confused with the grain trucks in Topeka. It says it's going to have a rate of 24, and we want to get up to 200, so we're going to need maybe 8 altogether. So let's clone this, clone it again, clone it again, and now we should have enough vehicles to start 195. That'll be fine. We also need a cargo station here to take goods into Joplin. And I'm going to say that this one needs to connect to the construction materials plant and the train station. And let's see, is that where we want this? It's not bad. I don't suppose up here somewhere would work. No. This does work. So let's do this. This will be the Joplin warehouse. And here we're going to store bricks and food that we bring down from Oklahoma City. And we'll get this hooked up. I don't know how big Joplin will get. I guess we'll find out. And then let's put a drop off for the food and the bricks. It's a small town. We could put it right. Let's see. We could put it right here. That will capture everything in town. And so we'll need a new line from here. This one of them will be bricks. This will be bricks. I do find 2 lines works better than trying to combine multiple goods on the same line. I know I've been doing that, but it just doesn't work as well as I would like. So we're going to stop doing that, I guess. The other thing, though, that means I want to do is I want to get a second stop on the other side of the road. Because I'm going to bring the other line, the food line. So let's name this first. Delivery, Joplin, Job, Bricks. And then this new line will go from here to here. It will be green groceries. And we'll wait till full. And it will load food there at the warehouse, and then it will unload food at Central Street. And now the 2 lines are running without interfering with each other. And we'll get 3 vehicles on each line. Joplin Bricks. Joplin, well, line 1. Perhaps we should name that. Delivery, Joplin Bricks. Now, if it feels like I'm stalling creating this train line, it's because I am. It's kind of a scary line. So let's go ahead and set it up. Let's just say we're going to start with the grain in Joplin. So we'll pick up grain, pick up bricks. Then we'll stop in Tulsa and we'll drop off bricks. Then we'll come up to here and drop off bricks because they're going to get on the barge down to Fort Smith. And then we'll come up here and we'll drop off grain and pick up food. Come back here through the Tulsa refinery and drop off food. Come back through Tulsa and drop off food. And then we're back in Joplin again. Yeah. What are the odds that we're going to get this right? Very, very low. So in Joplin, we pick up food or grain and bricks. And when we get to the Tulsa Annex, did I tell it not to unload? Yeah. Except we do. No, we have nothing that we need. Yeah, we need it. Let's see. In Tulsa, we need it to Look, this is already messed up. In Joplin, we load grain and bricks and we unload food. In Tulsa Annex, we unload bricks. At the Tulsa Refinery, we unload bricks. At Oklahoma City, oh wait, let's go back to the Tulsa Refinery because we're also going to unload the bricks, but we're going to load the tools that we bring up from Vicksburg. And then in Oklahoma City, we're going to load food. And we're going to unload grain and tools. Yeah, just a little shunt, nothing to see here. Then when we go back down to the Tulsa Refinery again, we'll stop again, drop off some food. And then we'll go to the Tulsa Annex and we'll drop off some food. Okay, that is absolutely frickin' nuts. And we're going to make this green because it's mostly all about food production in one form or another, with a few other things on the side. This is, oh yeah, we're going to call this a shunt. Between Joplin and ultimately Oklahoma City. Lord, okay. Let's see, can we get, where do we stand on this? Can we get back on? We can probably hook it up again. And we don't have a way to get over to the other side though. I guess we can do this again. Yeah. Cheap and cheesy. So now, what do we need? Well, we need everything. We're going to need at least 2 moguls. And we're going to need a boxcar for the tools. Let's start with, let's see, that's 7. Let's start with 2 boxcars for tools. And bread. So, yeah, we're going to be bringing tools this way and bread that way. So that's perfect. We might even need 3 then. Let's get 3 because of all the bread. Flat cars, we're probably going to need at least 3 of. We'll start with 3. And gondolas, we are going to need so many gondolas. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the length here is 157 meters. So we actually have some capability to grow some more. So let's get the gondolas up to 10. Maybe. 9, maybe. 10. And let's get another flat car on here. And 1 more box car. And it says that you're mediocre. That actually doesn't look too bad. 218 meters long. Well, let's get it on. Let's see what happens. Shunt. Joplin to OKC. All right. So you're just waiting for the path to clear and for autosave to complete. I think if I were a betting man, I'd bet against this working the first time out. Just has too many complications to it. You know, now that we have that train line up, though, why don't we go ahead and modify our Tulsa, New Orleans line so that after leaving New Orleans, we go to Vicksburg. Way down here. And at Vicksburg, we're going to pick up a few tools. And at Tulsa, we're now going to drop off tools as well as oil. In New Orleans, we're dropping off oil and loading fuel. So that looks good. And I did see we're starting to get some fuel up here in... It was on the train a minute ago, so that means it probably was already delivered. No? Is it out for delivery? Yes. One. We got one. Okay, I'm sure there will be more coming through. But now, let's see what we've got here. Train 2, this is our shunt. Name it. And it's carrying nothing at the moment, which is fine. It's what I would expect. And it's going to stop here at the Tulsa refinery because this is where it would be dropping off. Well, let's keep that pinned. This is where, according to our line, at Tulsa refinery, let's say we leave Oklahoma City, we go to the Tulsa refinery, and we drop off bread. Perfect. And then, so we have to stop, do our virtual bread drop off. And then we'll head on down here to Tulsa Annex. Well, you know what we can do in the meantime? Where are you? Wait, you're going back? Oh, maybe you decided to start there. Okay. You know what? While you're doing that, let's make sure that we've got production and delivery down here, and we do. So we have 40 food on the line already, and the bricks are starting to come in as well. It's going to have to get more than that because Joplin and Tulsa and all of those need more than that. I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and add another wharf here. And this is going to be for our new, I don't know if we can or even want to use big. No. So we could probably make that work though. Oh, the lag. Yeah, the lag. So we're going to have to get our train tool out, a little flattening. I can see where it's sticking out there. Get the strength up. Push all this back. And then now can we get it in? No, not yet. This is the tedious part. About now. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll create another line that will run just between Tulsa Wharf and is this... We don't have a wharf, Fort Smith. So we need to put one in, and our choice is to add it here. Or maybe we just want to put it right up here. Or right here. This isn't bad right here. Yeah, let's do that. And so this will go... Maybe I'll make it. Maybe it won't go there. Collision. It will go here. You know, this is pretty good too. as is here. Yeah, this is all very tricky here. There's not a lot of room to work with. This might have been our best bet. Destroys some buildings, but... this is easier said than done. You know what? I think we'll do it right here. And we just blocked that way, so we're going to pause a minute and quickly get in and configure this. And we'll just do our normal thing here. Yeah, this lag. Wow. Have not experienced this before, but we have so many lines. And this is just a drop off. So it doesn't have to be very big at all. Let's push this back a bit. Rivers. That's all right. We're ended up with something kind of cool and unusual with this playthrough, so I'm enjoying it. Yeah, just need you to go in, that's all. And let's name you Fort Smith Warehouse. And let's get a road in. Yeah, see, I'd love to go the road up that way, but it's really steep. So I feel like I end up having to go the other direction. Oh, oh no. Let's see, can we get it in anywhere here that will get a tendril? Wow. Let's see, about there. Okay, we're connected. So let's get that first part in. We're in. Basically in. And then, oh man, we're going to take out some stuff, aren't we? And that is so steep. And we still have to get a, well, you know what? It doesn't really matter how steep it is here because we're not going to send any vehicles down to the wharf. We're going to put a cargo station in somewhere around here. Actually, it could even go right here. Maybe. Nothing's going anywhere. Well, that fits. It's hideous, but it fits. You know, the other thing we could try. So what happened if we take this out? And then go like this. That's better. Can we even make it 30 meters? I think we could. Okay, and I think it does catch there. So now we need a drop off or two. And let's see, we could do one here. Does that get all of these? Well, first of all, let's see. Does it get everything? No, it doesn't quite get everything. Or does it? I mean, are these ever getting... We could have one here for the bread. And then one here for the bricks. And that is what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and create those lines. The first one will be our bread line. Bread lines? That sounds ominous. We'll wait till full. We will load bread. We will unload, and at the other end, we will unload bread. Delivery Fort Smith food. And then bread delivery Fort Smith brick. And we do have a road depot here, so we'll get 2 for each. And then we don't have a line in here yet. I thought we had started. Maybe we had started it here. Yeah, we did. And this, we're going to make it red too, because it shows up nice. We'll manage the line. And we will add a station. We'll add our new Fort Smith station. And at Tulsa Wharf. Oh, wait, did I click the right thing? Should have called that wharf, not warehouse. At the Tulsa Wharf, we will load food and bricks. At the Fort Smith warehouse, we'll unload everything. And we will name this line Barge, Tulsa, Fort Smith. And we'll go ahead and rename this to Wharf. Oh, I've lost track of time. I don't know how long this episode has been, but I feel it's been too long. Okay, everything's on pause now, and we're gonna let this go now. We got plenty of food waiting here. That's our passenger line. You know, how are we looking? Are we full? 29 people there. 62. How many? We only have one train on that. Let's modify this. Add another passenger car. Yeah. Okay, so we are picking up brick and grain. We are... Okay, and here we're coming in down here. Let's see, do we have anything? We have nothing on board. But we're going to load up with grain and some bricks. Let's see how much we pick up. Oh, wait, you know what else we didn't do? We didn't get any... I don't think we got any boats on our new line out here. So let's do that. Let's see where... I know we put a... There it is. We're going to start with one. It's going to be on our barge, Tulsa Fort Smith. And now we'll start to generate some demand for Fort Smith from the brick warehouse, hopefully. You know, we didn't... Did we get... Yeah, we did get them on there. Let me just double check this line. Tulsa Wharf. Oh, not grain. It should be bread. Bricks. And at Fort Smith, we unload everything. So coming back down here, Are we going to start seeing a new consumer? There it is. Fort Smith there. And up here, who are our consumers? No consumers. So are we not set up right here? Say at Oklahoma City, we should be dropping off grain and loading food. Okay, looks good. We've got 70 food here. Maybe when we get some supplies up here, that'll kick in. But we're gonna let that happen. And in the meantime, what do we got here? Only 11. This is something else I need to investigate. For some reason, we're not generating much oil to send down to New Orleans. Only 21 and 16. And the only other supplier of oil into New Orleans is Shreveport, which is only sending 79. So I don't know what's up here, but we're not getting much demand in New Orleans for the refined fuel. Maybe it's just because this is a refined fuel factory, and so its demand is going to be for refined fuel is going to be based on how much, or rather, demand for refined oil will depend on its demand for fuel. So that's probably what's going on there. But we'll take a closer look at that next time. And until then, let's see, do we have a... Oh, there we've got a boat with a little fuel. Let's at least take a peek. It's crowded. Well, a little scary. I think we may have to provide a little schooling on the right of way to our friends here. But once we get that, it'll all be good. So folks, thank you for joining me once again. I think this was probably a pretty long episode, and for that I apologize. But I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye-bye.